I think mine was like 29.
It shouldn't be, yet it is. Welcome, everyone, to episode 40 of Artisan Exchange. It
Welcome in,
is
guys.
once again
Uh-oh.
Saturday. This is not going to become the norm. It's just reasons. It is Saturday, May 16th at
It's
9:21
me, I'm reason.
Eastern, 9:21 p.m. Eastern time. How y'all doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. How was everybody else?
I'm very lobstery.
In lobster, somebody got some sun this week.
The
Mm-hmm.
May tour continues because field day was with my students. And then today I was out in the sun with my daughter. Well, my wife had some cool library festival things going on, and she got to meet and help out. She was like an assistant to the authors at this like signing tent, and they were reading stories. She was naming off all these books and stuff and was all giddy and starstruck. And I'm like, I don't know any of these. I kind of remember one. What do you remember the children's book Biscuit? It's like a little dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my son loves those books. They're like
Yeah.
fine biscuit or whatever.
My wife met her, and my daughter got the book signed by her today. So
quick note, your fan is quite loud.
it's on silent.
As he kills the fan.
All right. We're good.
We're good. I was like, man, I could barely hear him.
Really? Wow. I'm just dragging the pod down, y'all. Sorry, boys.
It's all good.
But yeah, that was my field day. Wasn't a big deal because I put sunscreen on. There was one year, maybe my first or second year, where I didn't, and I looked like this. And so I still don't live that down, because some of the teachers were like, Dr. Janitor 35, did you put sunscreen on before I walked outside today? And I said, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. And then, of course, I lathered my daughter up in sunscreen and didn't bother to shoot some on my own face. So,
Does she burn pretty easy?
not overly. You would think she would, but
Because I know your wife, she
no,
burns fairly easy.
yeah. And luckily for her, she was under a tent most of the time, but it was still hotter than balls. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And the wind was nice and blowy. I didn't see Mayor, the guy that's famous. Have we doxed the mayor yet?
We all know where we are.
He couldn't make it, Em? Em says Mayor Dox couldn't make it.
Mayor
Well,
Dox.
poop on that.
The big
Mayor-
red Dox machine.
Mayor not able. Was not able.
Mayor Dox, who runs the county. Nah, never mind. Let me just sip this cup right here. I don't know where Mayor Dox resides in.
You know what kills me?
Welcome to Doxing RS.
I don't like to, I don't want to come off as like an elitist or a person who knows more than people or tries to look down on you for your ignorance or lack of intelligence. But I am, full disclosure, I am a notary public for the state of Tennessee, and I work in Knoxville.
He said the word.
What?
The amount of people who live in Knoxville and they don't know the name of the city or the county, they will put Knoxville County on when I'm notarizing. I'm like, how do you not know where you live?
Well, now I know who to get stuff notarized through.
It's crazy.
Excellent.
And I can't charge you either. So
when's the last time you? Not talking to you, Alden, but when's the last time you had to have something notarized?
Oh my God.
Maybe high school for me.
We had to have our wedding certificate notarized.
I guess that would have been the last time for me. Then about 6 years ago.
it had to be in process though. You had
Technically, I had to have a document.
technically the DMV.
I had to have an affidavit at work notarized, but so
See, that's why I asked, except for you, because literally you're there all the time.
sometimes I have to. I can't do my own.
But I really can't think of a time then other than, like, high school that I had to have something notarized. Because I used to have to go to the bank to get stuff notarized.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I didn't know any notary people.
I couldn't tell you. I mean, like, I still kind of find it odd to have that's a thing you have to do. Like, oh, you need to sign this paper, but it's a really special paper, and you get to have a little stamp on it to make you feel super special.
Embossed.
So
Well, it's
Yeah.
also
makes me think
It's-
you need like a wax seal to like punch it upon the paper, like the ye olden days.
they still do that, by the way.
Gondor calls for AIDS. Yeah,
There's actually I'll come back to that. There's a thing called an apostille, or some people call it apostle. I hate apostle. We've Americanized it. It's a French word, but it's basically a legal document that is recognized in other countries outside of the U.S. So you have to like get the document, and you have to have a notary sign it, and then you have an apostille stamp on it. And I've seen like actual like wax seals from other countries. It's kind of cool.
I'm thinking the last thing that I had notarized was stuff for my passport.
I don't have a passport.
Like, whenever I first got my passport, because I had to go to Mexico, so I
But-
had to get a passport.
The reason for the
Oui, oui.
notaries is like, think of like a two-factor authentication security. It's like saying,
Yeah,
I can't
kind of
just
figured.
sign a document and say this is what it is. Like, it's accountability to say, hey, this person, I swore to them that I am who I say I am, and they verified it. So if I'm lying, well, they shouldn't have done it.
What?
If
You
I
can buy
wasn't,
an
then why
embosser
would I
stamp.
say I am?
You can buy an embosser stamp at Staples.
Yeah.
I had a wedding invite that had a wax seal on it. That was kind of cool. Not my own wedding, but like a wedding my wife and I went to like a month.
My wife.
It was
I
all,
hope you didn't have an invite
It
to
was
your own
all
wedding.
pimped out. I
had no
delightfully,
wedding.
I regretfully accepted.
Do I have to be there? There's like a new game
I'm on
coming
the
out
ba-
today.
I'm
I'd
on the-
really just love to say how many some nachos.
my brain fried. Actually, now that you say that, my brain fried. I almost said my name was on the ballot, but that's not what it's at a wedding. But no, the
Ballot.
day.
On the title
The
card.
Hey, card subject to change. He didn't show up. I want my money back. No, but Viper and I had breakfast that morning because he was.
Oh, is that
You were
what
my
they
best
made you
man.
stand on
Yes.
top of the table?
That actually happened to be either the day after or the day of. Well, we're not going to get into who does what and why does who, but gay marriage was legalized in the United States, and literally the next day, Viper and I were having breakfast, and I think it was his brother-in-law and him and I think.
Yeah, I think
And then Viper decided
Not his
to
guy.
declare to the whole IHOP.
out for
Yeah.
breakfast. Yeah.
Viper declared to the whole restaurant that it was my wedding day. But it was kind of slight, giggly,
Hang on, Doc.
like funnily implied.
Hang on for a second. Can you hear him?
Okay.
I can.
Okay, because he's
Okay.
like super choppy and robotic.
His
Well, I am
his
stuttering
video
quite a
feed
bit.
is, but we can still hear him on the stream. He sounds normal.
Okay.
So yeah, if you're just tuning in, this is like part 3 of the trilogy of we have no idea what's wrong with Doc's ISP. His upload speed is less than like 2 megabits, and he keeps freezing. He looks like almost like claymation on our screen at times. We don't know what's going on, so bear with us.
But other than that, Mrs. Lincoln.
Okay.
Anyway, it looked like we were gay.
I didn't try to
and not that
derail.
there's anything wrong with that.
Anyway, it looked like we were gay.
Because we were in
What
the
a
car
great
later,
way
and I
to
went.
start.
I looked at him and said, "Viper, you know how that came across, right?" And he kind of looked at me. I was like, that's what I."
I was like, meh.
That had
And
like
it was monsooning that day, and Batman: Arkham Knight had come out that day too. So funny you should mention new game came out, but yeah, the day
Even
I
though
came
a-
back from my honeymoon, I was like, "Well, buying that."
Even though I fully follow that story, just your cadence on it had very much of a 6 degrees of separation. It's like, so I ran into my friend at the park and at the store, and I hadn't seen him since yesterday, and we got to talking. Anyway, that's how we robbed a bank. I'm like, what?
Next thing you know, we were on the rocket ship with the space fuel Hulk Hogan.
Hulkster.
Anyway. Yep. So yeah, anyway, that's how my week's been. I've been fried, and I've been talking about IHOPs and marriage and my name on the ballot, and school is over in 4 days, and I'm not ready for this jelly because I'll be off the pod for a couple weeks to go to Georgia and do some music teacher training, which I don't like being away from home, but I guess it's tough titties, Doc. So
That's in
See,
June.
my
I
wife
gotta
is
get this
also
straightened
going to Georgia around the same time as you, just for 2 days instead of weeks, though.
I'll trade her.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun being home alone with both kids for 2 days.
Home Alone 2.
Lost in Atlanta.
Lost in Atlanta.
The
I
lost
feel like
city of
that'd be kind of
Atlanta.
scary to get lost in Atlanta. Hey, it's not lost. We can find that really easily. I drove through that because my wife had her grandparents.
I got to drive
in-
through that in about a week.
in Georgia. Yeah, because you're going to the most magical place on Earth,
I am.
Uranus. I mean,
I am leaving my house around 2 a.m. in the morning to drive all the way down there.
as
Sounds
opposed
miserable.
to 2 a.m. in the afternoon.
It's all right. I have a buddy to ride with, so it's not me driving the entire way there. But they are flying with the kiddos, so I literally have uninterrupted driving time.
Make that
My
make
wife.
sense. Maybe I'm.
Try that again.
Okay, so me and the other husband, because there's 2 families going
You
on
are gay. No, I'm
vacation.
kidding.
What's worse is
driving
my
test.
mind went there too, and I just didn't say anything.
Sorry. Okay, the other husband. So is it your friend, that friend that runs the thing with the wife?
Yes.
Okay.
So
We're
our
good.
families are
Okay.
both going down there together. So it's
Okay. For a
3
minute
of
there, I
them
thought
and
it was
3 of
brother-in-law.
us.
Yeah. That clocks. We're good. Okay. Cool.
Okay. And then me and him are driving down there, so we have a car down there. And then we're
Oh.
picking them up at the airport, and they're flying down there, and we're taking all their luggage. So all they have to do is just literally have the kids and maybe a carry-on. Does that make sense?
Is it cheaper to do that? I mean, it makes
mean-
sense, but I'm like, is that cheaper to do that?
It's easier to do it.
I don't know. Cheaper
because
isn't
you're not
necessarily mean
paying
better.
for checked baggage. You're not paying for, us to have an extra seat.
How many hours is that? 14?
But are they going to be there in
15?
2 hours and it takes you 10?
And we can do it in like 10 if we drive overnight.
10 hours?
Yeah,
thought it was
because
longer
you
than
gotta
that.
remember, we're not having any traffic at 2 a.m.
Still, though, when we went to
Be fair.
Valdosta, it took us 10 hours. And that was at midnight.
It was 8 to 10 coming home from Jacksonville on our honeymoon.
Man,
You can get
We
down.
wanted to see our dog. Viper was dog sitting, and then we were like,
I remember
our
that.
dog. Uh-huh.
Oh, we missed that puppy.
We could dox Casper. He's dead, but I love him. So
We miss him.
Who's
Sweet
Casper?
boy.
Casper
The
was
friendly dog. Yeah.
You had him all the way through college, right?
Uh,
I think so.
Okay, so long story short, my aunt bought it for my cousin in like some sort of divorce bribery shenanigans, and then lived with my aunt and my cousin for a while. And then even dumber, my aunt lived on my dad's couch for years, and the dog moved in with her as if he had like a little tiny suitcase and just walked in all prim and proper. But then I guess in a drunken stupor one night, my aunt told my girlfriend / fiance at the time to, oh, yeah, sure, you could take this dog when you move out. That's fine. And then whenever my wife cashed in on it, she goes, So anyway, she stole the dog. She didn't steal the dog, but she took the dog, and then it was ours. So, and we had him forever. And Emily is calling me out on my lies and slander.
No, that's not what happened.
How is that not what happened? It's literally what happened.
Hey, whenever you're gone for a few weeks, is your wife staying home?
Do what?
That's the intention. So we should get her on the pod.
Yeah, she could be our replacement.
How is that not true? Emily, you're replacing me on the pod for 2 weeks. So you want to say words and correct me?
She moved out. She left the dogs there.
I know that.
Ex-husband came and got the other two.
I'm aware.
Left Casper there.
Yeah, I wanted to leave all the details out.
I said, he's staying at Dale's house until I
His feet
Don't dox my father
on the podcast.
And then I'm so you're watching him until I graduate, and then I'm taking
His face is like straight on.
Whatever.
I know.
Mine was funnier. Yeah, mine was funnier. She says I'm right.
No, I don't.
And she also accepts your invite to host the podcast. She has given me a seal of approval with her middle fingers.
Okay. So
for the podcast, though.
This is a family-friendly show.
She didn't see it on camera.
No, you can't see it.
No, you were not. Well, apparently with my internet being so crap, they can't see me anyway. They say I look like a clay animation.
Like stop motion.
I wonder if my daughter is like...
We literally didn't see that at all.
Nope. She made no appearance whatsoever.
Nope.
Well, she wasn't on the camera, so...
Oh, okay. I was about to say, if she was there, we didn't see anything.
No, she was just an ethereal head floating, so... Welcome to Dr. Janitor's Internet Sucks podcast. I am...
I'll come out there and get a pie from Ed's, and we'll work on it.
Grand
Edwards.
Well, my internet worked well enough earlier this week to catch the thrilling conclusion to Viper's power play.
Ah, yes.
Oh, are you done with it? Did you give up on it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah, he did.
You didn't watch the end of the stream, did you?
No, I fell asleep.
The resentment in his voice. The passive-aggressive resentment in his voice as he went through extermination for the PlayStation 2 was just delectable. And I know he did me a solid because I knew going in that he was going to freaking hate this.
I gave it a good
I wanted
try.
to give him a little... He did. I giggled because he said something about giving it the old college try, and then he goes, and I didn't do so great at college, but here we go, or something like that. I'm like, you did fine. You got the degree.
I did.
Did you die?
But did you die?
So,
I did.
But did you die?
A lot.
On that game, yes. And to be fair, that game is hard as...
It is. It is definitely not my kind of game. I'm so glad. If it was tank controls, it wouldn't have lasted past the first night.
That's the other thing with those controls, though. Though I remember them being so jank and jittery. Like, we joked on the first week you tried it because Alden, I think you were there, but he was just trying to do something as simple as walk across a pipe, and he fell off like a dozen times.
I watched him try to climb
I'm
up a
never
slope.
going to get any.
He was trying to go up a slope and he fell off, and then he tried again, and I could just see in his eyes he was like,
oh yeah.
And I was actually sitting here, and I had a smirk, and I was like, oh, he's gonna crack in a second. He's just gonna lose it.
He never did crack. You could tell he was like,
I was so
on
professional.
the edge of it. He was. It was true.
Well, dude, okay, so I
so
streamed for 6 hours last night on Final Fantasy 13 2, and there's a part where it's just like nothing but like consistent mini games, like these little puzzles, and I was like falling asleep, and I don't even remember doing it, but like there's this puzzle where you have to draw these lines, and you have to like do it within a time limit, and they'll constantly like you have to like connect these crystal colors together, and they'll randomly change on you, so you have to like be quick on your feet. And like I kept messing one up, and then the character got stuck while I was trying to do it, and I just remember looking down, and I failed, and I just remember going, and I flipped off the camera. And I was like, what? Why did I do that? I've never done that. And I was like, oh, I forgot I'm on stream right now.
Have you raged out like while you were on stream?
The closest I've gotten to was one night I went and just like hit my chair really hard like that, but I've never like broken a controller or thrown it or anything like that.
I've never broken a controller or anything, but I have been like super pissed on stream, and it was during my October of last year, whenever I was playing all those freaking
That's when I get
Genesis
mad.
games.
The retro games?
Yeah, all the retro games that were freaking hard as
Those games will do it, man. Those are freaking hard. Oh my gosh.
But I was like, oh my God.
So Kevin flipped off the
I was
camera.
so close to raging out during Sunset Riders, and I was like, you know what? I'm giving it one last go, and then I finally beat up the stupid little guy, and I was like, I'm done with this stupid game.
But yeah, like I said, I'll give you credit. You powered through at least part of Extermination.
Yeah.
And I won't go into spoilers.
I felt like I was
think
at least
Alden
a
had
quarter
mentioned
of
he
the way
wanted to
done.
use it. You got through. Look, I don't think
Thank
I.
God
At least a
you
quarter
gave
of
me
the way
that code. Thank God you gave me that code, and
Yeah.
I put it in my notes. Like I have a notepad, like a sticky notepad, like on my
Yeah.
computer, and I put it in there
Uh-huh.
because whenever I started night 2, I did not save before I hit the
Right.
the
I
code
forgot
in
about
there.
that.
So I was like, "Oh crap! I got to put in this code."
Uh-huh. Imagine Dr. Janitor 11 trying to do that game in 2001.
Oh, I mean,
because
no, I can't even do it whenever I'm adult.
Dr. Viper Zook 36. But I think in my 20s, I think maybe a decade ago, I got to what I read from the strategy guide, which I found at McKay's. Rip in peace, McKay's, by the way. I don't think we've brought that up since it actually died, but
Yeah, he's gone now.
I think
Yeah,
we
it
touched
did.
on it
We'll talk
last
about
week.
it. Did we?
I think.
Anyway, so I picked up a guide from McKay's about it. It was like $2. I was on the final boss fight, and I could never beat it.
Oh wow.
So I don't really even know what happens. I'm assuming it's the standard, horror trope of good guy overcomes all the things. And I won't go into detail about what happens, but just think of some outlandish bull crap that a 2000s horror game could spit at you, and it probably happened. And it's probably the reason why the trope is there. So, and then Alden, I think,
Is
had
that the
mentioned at
only one in
point
the series?
wanting to play it. Yes.
Okay.
If I remembered right, I think Sony was going to try to make a franchise out of it if it sold well.
I do not see that being a franchise game.
Guess what?
Just to be honest with you.
No, but at the very least, remaster it. That would
Just
be
looking
kinda
at what
nice,
it was up against during that time. I mean, you're looking at Resident Evil 4. You're looking at Silent Hill 2.
Not yet. You're not. No,
I think
not yet. You're not. You're still in
Extermination
baby
came
Resident
around.
Evil zone.
I think, yeah, I was about to say, I think Extermination came out around the time Silent Hill 4 was coming out, didn't it? What year did
I mean, it
Extermination
was
come
on
out?
the PS2 era.
No, Extermination was 01.
Oh, no, you're right. It is 02.
Extermination, I'm 99% sure was 2001.
That's right. My Extermination demo was is a standalone
you're
demo disc.
hitting maybe the Resident. At this point, you've not even hit the
I got
Resident Evil
robot
remake yet.
doc again.
Resident Evil 4 is still like 4.
Yeah.
We're about
But you know what game?
Boop, bop, boop, ravioli, give me the formioli.
Watching Extermination, you know what game it really made me feel love more than anything?
What?
Sons of Liberty.
Sons of Liberty.
What?
Another one that I have and I will not touch on stream.
Yeah.
Very much reminded me of Sons of Liberty, just the way it played.
Just like most other games, Yeah, and even the main protagonist has got that like
He has that
I don't
that
know.
snake riding look to him.
girly boy.
Girly boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Little girly man.
Hey, we got an echo again.
I don't know. I guess that was just like the cool hip popping fresh thing. It ain't me this time. I'm too far from
It
the
ain't
mic.
me.
So
That's really weird.
welcome to artists and stuff.
This is
tripping.
the Seinfeld podcast.
It's a show about
It's
nothing.
not even about Seinfeld.
From the makers of Cloverfield.
I know it seems like we've been phoning it in for a while, guys, but I
Well,
promise
hey,
we're
okay.
all still here.
We are.
Yeah,
We're in
it's
person.
not a phony situation. It's just
I think we
like
run
'cause
out of
the world
topics,
kind of blows
honestly.
sometimes. And well, it's not necessarily that. It's just because the three of us are dads and people with jobs, and then with the world the way it is right now, kind of finding people to talk about stuff they enjoy might be hard because the whole world kind of blows right now. I don't know. That's just my thought.
Yeah.
I'm having a I'm having a dietary breakthrough this week because I can't afford to buy junk food.
Well,
I mean, that'll do it. I got my bill for my colonoscopy, so that was fun.
Oh gosh, how much did they charge you for that? $2,000? Dear God.
I'm guessing that wasn't a.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it was because I was too early, but it said insurance covered part of it, so.
That's the thing, though.
So it's going to have
that
2,000 installments of $10.
I thought that there's diagnostic and is it preventative, and one of them is supposed to be free if you don't have to have it. I don't know. That's weird. We could have a really bad echo.
Insurance took a chunk out of it, but
I don't remember what mine cost because I was still on my parents' insurance whenever I had mine done.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they kind of fed that bill, but
right.
I got a bill the other day for my fibro scan saying that your insurance will not take care of it because you do not have a need for it. So it's like $191. I'm like, I literally had the scan because I was told that I had like near end stage liver disease. I'm pretty sure that's a necessity.
pretty sure, yeah.
Whatever. I'll pay it when I can.
But maybe you didn't say bare necessities, so, you couldn't break out into song and dance. Bare necessities, kidding.
Bare necessities.
I'm gonna make you sit with that one.
Well, I just figured you froze
I'm
out
in
of
Disney mood right now.
morbid embarrassment on my behalf.
I'm in Disney mode right now.
Yep.
Yep.
Can't say I blame you. The happiest place on earth might be kind of barren if
I'm
no
not
one
gonna
can
lie.
swing it in a few weeks.
As far as vacations go, Disney is definitely not one of those relaxing vacations.
Hell no.
Just because of how much hustle and bustle you got to do. Like literally, you got to
Yep.
walk so much. You got, especially if you got kids to deal with. This time we got a pregnant lady.
That reminds me of
I
that.
didn't realize that.
Was it that Jim Gaffigan bit where it's like, we went to Disney World. My favorite ride was the air-conditioned drive back to the hotel.
I mean, it's going to be fun because Connor is actually, I'm sorry, my son. is
My
actually,
son.
See?
My boy.
Oh, and
he's actually tall enough to ride a lot.
You are. Colin, He's tall enough to ride stuff now.
Yeah.
See, my son is like right there. Like we were looking at Dollywood, and a lot of the roller coasters have like a 42-inch height requirement. And he's like 41 point something, so he's like right.
See,
there.
he's right at 40. So
make him do some yoga. He'll expand the spine.
I even told him, I was like, hey, when they check your height, then I know they will. Just make sure you stand up straight. Because he's got like little platform heels.
So speaking of that,
just to make sure.
I saw some weird article
Just
pop up
amazing.
the other day where it's like this amusement park has been rated the best amusement park this year, and it's not.
Oh, you're talking about Dollywood?
No, it said it's not Disney World or Dollywood or Universal, and it's some random place I've never heard of in Pennsylvania. But I started looking into it, and they have a different kind of model where you don't buy tickets to the park; it's free entry to the park, and you buy ride books like a
Oh,
fair.
like a fair.
Yeah, and it's like each book has like a certain distribution for like what you can do. So like for $20, you can ride like 5 roller coasters or like 9 family rides or something like that. And I'm like, when you really stop to
Such
think
a
about
weird
it,
concept.
that's not a bad deal because Dollywood, a day pass is like $90 now, and you're lucky if you have time to ride 5 roller coasters because of the lines.
Mhm.
So I'm like, I kind of like that idea. It sounds cool.
I don't know. I feel like Dollywood lines aren't super bad.
It depends.
I've
when you
not gone
go.
since we graduated.
Oh yeah, me and you and
Wait, did I go with you?
no.
I
Oh.
thought we went to Dollywood together in the year that Wild Eagle opened.
Did Johnny Appleseed come
Were you
with
with us? Because
Yeah, because he got us discounted
I thought
tickets.
us? Okay. Yep.
Johan got
We
it.
did go
Oh,
together.
yes, you did.
We did.
I was there. I was
Yay.
there.
Because I know my wife. She went
My
too.
wife.
We also saw
My
one of our
not
other
wife
friends.
yet. I sat with Cora on the Wild Eagle, and I thought I was going to die, so I was like freaking out.
Oh, was she there too? There
Yeah,
must have been a
Cora
whole
was with.
group.
A lot of us went. It was a big group.
It was the day after our graduation. It was Wild
remember
Eagle's
that.
like first week, month.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it opened in 2011.
Dolly was there.
It just opened. And then we
Dolly
got to
was
see
there.
our
2010,
favorite
something like that.
singer and dancer over at the 50 studio.
I didn't know she was there. I missed that part.
Disco Inferno?
No.
Oh.
Mr. Cunningham.
I will say it's.
Yeah, man.
I will say it's expensive.
Okay. Now you're going.
But I love that Red's Diner at Dollywood.
Oh yeah.
It's so good. I just love a good diner.
So
it always made me
now-
trip out looking at the clock and having it like flip to different times. I could never like figure that out in my head.
I
So
didn't know about
now they actually have like because they have different festivals going on throughout the
Yeah.
entire year. They have a feeding pass or a food pass or tasting
that. I
pass,
think it was like a
whatever it
feeding
is.
trough.
No. Like
already
you
knew
get-
they were
Pull down the lever, and
It's like
the
40
troughs
bucks.
come out of the.
and you get 10 items. It's like $40.
I
and
want
you get
10 pieces
items,
of rock
and
candy.
It goes through the entire festival season,
Okay.
which isn't
Huh.
that bad of a deal especially if you like eat in the park and don't bring anything in.
Yeah. I like a lot of their food options there, but it's so expensive for anything you want there.
Super expensive.
Like the last time we went, Lil A was only like maybe a year to 2 years old, and we went and to like the Wildwood Pass or Wilderness Pass, whatever is up where like the Thunderhead is, and there's like they've opened like a new little cafe near where Timber
it's like
Tower
a-
used to be, and they had pizza there, and like they're like little
okay.
mini pizzas like this big, and we got like 2 of them, and it was like $25.
Oh yeah, it gets expensive quick.
Crazy.
And I'm pretty sure Disney's not going to be any different. But
Oh no, it's probably worse.
we are planning to pack a lot of lunch. And I mean, we have different spots that we want to go eat, but I mean, it just depends on the day, honestly.
Yeah.
Are you doing one of the themed Disney hotels, like the
Nope.
music gimmick?
We're
or
doing an Airbnb
No.
off site.
Good plan.
It's the same one we've been to like for the past 3 years.
Mhm.
And I mean, it's got plenty of space. The kids have their own room, even though our kid doesn't sleep in it. It's
Oh, he
it
must
has
be
a
like
full
my child.
kitchen. Yeah, full kitchen. It has a full living room. It has an arcade room. It has each one has their own pool. The entire condo place has its own like 2 pools and gym and stuff. So I mean, it's got all the bells and whistles. It's just a little bit cheaper
Whistles.
than staying on site. Now you do miss out on all the perks from staying on site, but you you gain a little bit.
You saying that has reminded me of something that I miss doing. When I was a teenager, I used to be in a youth group at my old church that I don't go to anymore. And every year, for like 3 years, we would do, for some reason or other, we would go rent a cabin somewhere in Sevier County. Like 1 year was Townsend, 1 year was actually in Sevierville, and
Yeah,
1 year
we've
was
done that
somewhere.
a few times.
One year I might have been in Walland or somewhere like that. But the first year we went, we had this. It was like the nicest cabin I ever saw. Like every year we went to one, it was different, but the first year, like nothing compared to that one. And like you went in to like the back door at the top of the cabin, and it was like this one gigantic open floor living room with like a central fireplace, and there were like 4 bedrooms on top, and then a staircase that went downstairs to another floor to the fireplace. It was like a 2-story fireplace, and then like 4 more bedrooms. It was like 8 bedrooms. This place is huge with a balcony overlooking like all of this valley, and it was dude, I just miss cabins. Like I wish I had the money and reason to get a cabin, but it's just I like cabins. They're just fun.
Cabins are so fun.
Oh, they're awesome.
Now there's some sketchy cabin because Doc, even for your bachelor party, we rented a cabin. I mean, just a bunch of guys, and we had so much fun.
There's photographic evidence of it somewhere.
Oh, I got it. I
actually have a fun story. Speaking of that cabin, so I think there were about 15 of us in the youth group, and one night while we were there, because we stayed for like maybe 2 nights or 3 nights. One night we were there, we rode into Sevierville, or it might be technically Pigeon Forge, just right there on that line, wherever the Red Lobster is.
Yeah,
and we went to the Red Lobster, and every one of us got food poisoning. So
wow.
it's
Oh,
like by
God.
the time we got back to the hotel or the cabin, everyone was either vomiting or had diarrhea. And my
Oh, Doc, do
cousin,
you remember the morning after? Do you remember the morning after? We all ate that mellow mushroom, and we were hungover as that. Like every single one of us was holding on to the table for dear life, sitting down.
I smelled Ben's ranch on his like breadsticks or whatever, and I went to the bathroom and I threw up my toenails.
Yeah, like
That was the
it was so
probably
bad.
first and really only time I've ever been that bad off,
Yeah,
because
it was pretty
Alden,
bad.
full
And then,
disclosure,
what was that? Beolix, my brother-in-law, he had to go to work the next day, and
he
had
made, what was
to
it, 200
make coleslaw or deviled eggs. It was either deviled eggs
Yeah,
or
it was deviled eggs.
coleslaw. The most horrific thing to do if you're hungover.
It was awful.
It was bad.
anyway, so everyone got sick from that. I don't think I did, but like almost everyone did, and they all came back and immediately had to like go to the bathrooms, and either they're like throwing up or they were nauseous or they had diarrhea. And my cousin, who I used to actually play music with in college, they had a pool table, but they also had this weird little game, and I have to this day I don't know what it was. It was like a green felt table, like a pool table, but on each end it kind of like went up and had like a slope, so it was shaped kind of like this, and all the balls with it just looked like kind of like an off-whitish yellow, almost like a cue ball. And I don't know what the point of the game was supposed to be. So we were just getting the ball and like throwing it back and forth across and trying to like make it ramp and stuff. And and he's standing at the end of the table, and then one of us takes the ball and we do this, and it flies across and pops and hits him right in the balls. And he goes, and then he's like, wow. And he's like, goes and runs to the bathroom. He throws up. He's like, thanks, I needed that. Because he couldn't throw up from the Red Lobster.
Oh man. Oh God.
But that's actually my second favorite story from that trip, because my favorite one, and I didn't remember it until then, was there was this one kid, I can't remember what his name was. I think his name was like Davey
Billy.
or something. But this cabin It might have been another kid. There were two. They were best friends. They were about the same age. They were about 3 or 4 years younger than me. But where this cabin was located, it was on some back road near in Townsend. I know specifically it was in Townsend, but I've never been able to actually find it again. I want to know where it was. But at the bottom of it was like this really big, nice cabin on the top of this hill. But at the very bottom was like this kind of like old, maybe 60s, 70s house with like a shed attached to the back of it. Very 60s, 70s. It's like an old kind of, I don't want to say run down, but not well to do, like lower, kind of impoverished looking area, lower middle class. Well, I decided
Redneck.
to spin what's the spin a tale, or what's the idiom for it, just come up
Spin a
with a story,
yarn.
spin a yarn. Well, that night
Oh, yeah.
we were telling horror stories and scary stories, and I decided that I was going to create the story of the Townsend Massacre. And I was telling all these kids and convincing them that the guy at the bottom of the hill had murdered his entire family and had gotten away with it somehow. I don't remember the details, the intricacy of it, but I said, I convinced this kid that there was a murderer that lived at the bottom of the hill.
Oh my God.
And the reason this is fun, and I don't know if this was the same night that the food poisoning event happened. If it was, even better, chef's kiss. Because the way this cabin was laid out, like I said, the lower floor had 4 bedrooms. It's kind of like an X shape. There was bedroom, 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 and then the main living area. Well, in the front was a deck that went out, and there was a sliding door from the bedrooms of the external bedrooms. So it's like the front bedrooms had a door that went out to a deck, and that deck went all the way to the other side. Well, that night, after I told the story, that kid was in the front bedroom on the north side of the place, and he was in the bathroom in his bedroom, and someone went outside and just like slapped the crap out of the window while he was on the toilet. And he thought it was the killer.
Wow.
That's how he voided his bowels.
Straight white.
And it was great, and I had nothing to do with it, and that's kind of makes it even better. I miss
Secondhand
those trips.
embarrassment's always the best.
Those trips were
Yeah.
so much fun. I remember the next year we went to a cabin. I don't remember where that one was at all, but I took a camcorder and we were making our own version of Jackass, and we were calling it Sick in the Head, and we were just doing and I say by me doing stuff, it was my cousin that we hit in the balls with a billiard ball. He was doing all the stunts and I was recording them. But there was one time we were sitting in the
Hey,
the
someone
cabin.
needs it for insurance purposes.
There was a couch in the cabin, and I ran and jumped on it and broke it.
Just like
in kind of the same vein of the stairwell.
Wall.
Yeah, I was about
Yeah.
to say, you have like this history of like invasive parkour moves that like end terribly.
I'm 6'5" with a BMI of 40. I have a habit of destroying things if I step on them. I can't help it.
We don't.
But you still try
need
to
a
jump off walls.
couch. I really wish I had heard you like trying to scale that wall in the music building, because I could just picture you going parkour, like
like in the
trying to-
office.
I don't know.
To be fair,
Yes.
I was actually fairly thin when I did that. I just had a lot of force behind my foot.
And I think if I remember right, you
We
weren't like
would
trying
all
to
do
scale the
that,
stairs.
though.
You were just
Try to
trying to
get
like
into
bounce
the upper
off it and
wall.
like.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, do like a kick off of the wall. It just happened to be that where my foot connected was dead in the center between the beams, where there was no support whatsoever. If I had, gone about 3 feet to the right, it wouldn't have been a problem.
Back and to the right. Back and to the right. But
it
nope,
was fine.
you decided to wedge your foot firmly in the middle of that stairwell.
That was the best part about it, is my leg got
Firmly
stuck and I was
grasp
hanging
it.
from the wall by my knee. Like I went all the way down to the knee.
I was about to say, did you like hit the floor and like have your foot dangling in the air?
I think I
'Cause
was
that was not
low
firsthand
enough.
here.
I was like low enough to where either I can't remember if I was grabbing the banister, or like my other foot was like low enough to be positioned on the ground. But I do remember I was kind of like dancing on one foot, trying not to fall after my leg got stuck.
I think I was ahead of you because all I remember is you dancing like with your foot half like you're
I
like
thought I was the
halfway in
first one in because I remember I specifically remember coming up to the back door and I was like going like this. I was jumping up. I was like real hyped up and I like ran in the door and I'm like, watch this. And I like tried to jump and I led with my right foot and went right through the wall.
You may have been the first one through the door, like originally, but I think I turned the corner a little bit, like
And then he was the first one through the steps. So
yeah.
First and last, baby.
Well, we hope
Mhm.
so.
You were the Ricky Bobby of the steps. I was first and last.
I was first and last.
I'm happy and angry. Although to be fair, I have a bad history with those stairs too, because I was checking out a girl
Yes.
and missed 3 stairs. And
I do
I
remember
never
that
officially,
story very, very well.
never officially breaking it, but
You
I done messed it up.
sprained it. Super spraying is what we called it.
Yeah,
Super
Because remember,
spray.
that was the same time that I had my concussion and broke my toe.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because I got dropped on my head.
And then I found out how ADA compliant that college is.
Well, I need to. I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but friend of the Carl, friend of the podcast, who we're trying to get on, took me to the ER.
Carl from the Parl.
Did I ever tell you that she took me to the ER?
No.
when?
The year after you left. So I'm not proud of this, and it makes me sound like I have like anger issues, which to a degree I do.
You probably did back then. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll tell you more about like off stream, but
Okay.
long story short, I got mad and I walked out of the music building, and you know how there was those concrete pillars right in front of you when you walk out the back door? I just looked at one and kicked it as hard as I could and shattered my foot.
Well, Doc, do you remember going outside the same doors and
I went
punching
out
the
those
brick
same doors.
wall?
I punched the brick wall and I didn't do
You
anything.
punched the brick wall.
I was so freaking mad that for some reason I think they were just intentionally flunking everybody for like upper division trials.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
I
that's a
just took a
term I
swing and I
forgot.
didn't
Not
like
upper
hurt
division.
anything.
Mhm.
I think they
You were pissed.
intentionally.
I remember that. And you remember whenever I would get pissed, I would pick little Kim up in a fireman's carry and literally walk around the entire building.
How
I
did
do
she
that with
feel
my
about that?
daughter.
Oh, she loved it. It was a free ride for her.
She wasn't that far off the ground. It just made life easier for her.
So what's actually funny about the day that I did that was we had just gone to a game at Tusculum that day, and we had just gotten back, and I did that. And I guess I was so mad that I kicked that thing so hard that my bone fractured. But I guess I had so much like adrenaline that I just walked it off after it happened. And I was like limping away, but it didn't hurt. I was just like limping, like just fuming. And I went back to my apartment, but she lived right beside us, and because the shared apartments, and I had rented the movie The Campaign with Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis,
gosh.
and we were supposed to watch it tonight. So I go over to her apartment and we watch it, and then like the movie is over, and I get up to walk out and immediately take one step. I'm like, oh God, like I was like, it hurts now. So at 1 a.m, she drove me to the hospital.
Oh, wow. That's so funny.
So I was wearing a boot around for like 2 weeks.
We never were transported to games. We always just played home games. There was one time that I remember that we played a pet band to a basketball game.
I enjoyed that.
Were you there? Okay. Alden, I think this was before you.
Probably, yeah.
Where you just wasn't involved.
I think Forrester was still there, honestly.
I think it was
Wasn't
Pat,
involved.
though.
Was it?
Yeah. Because I remember Pat instructing us, but Forrester may still have been there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember Forrester.
No, he was gone before
That's what I
you
thought.
showed up.
He's good peeps. He went to go
Yeah.
eat all the lobsters in South Carolina.
He was the one that taught like conducting. I don't know what else he taught.
Gotcha.
He had
I know he taught
conducting
something else.
classes, and
Like band something.
I think it was like a marching band or like a band
Yeah, I remember something with a band, but I never got to take it because he was
something band
gone.
director class. It was like I can't think of like the right term,
Yeah.
but you would like write drill for marching season and make like inventory crap.
Yep.
Oh, it was like band methods because I remember taking a choral methods
Something
with
like that.
Doc and having to make a
Yeah.
choral inventory.
Oh my God, I hated that.
And of course, I put that together literally the night before because I was like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So,
Yep, that's how we did everything.
yep, I did
What
the
was
same
your-
thing with a 10-page paper on Alexander the Great.
What was your least favorite music class you ever had to take?
If you
Piano
said least
Besides
favorite,
piano proficiency.
oh come on, I didn't mind
my least
piano. It was
favorite.
nice to. It was nice to finally get to learn how to play piano after like 20 or 18 to 21 years. You go first, Vibes. You can think of it because I'll think of mine.
Some of the older, like, especially like during the Gregorian chant of music history,
Mhm.
was not my favorite.
Gotcha.
Like maybe one of those semesters, like the very beginning of music history. But whenever it started going into the classical music and then the operas and then all that stuff,
Yeah.
I started getting on board. But like the first maybe couple semesters of music history, I did not enjoy.
I
'Cause
love
literally.
The teacher
So-
made it worthwhile, but I can kind of agree.
He
but
did.
I don't know if that would. Yeah.
Because like on our test, we would have to listen to a piece of music and write down, what piece of music that it was. I don't know if he did this with you, Alden, or if you did it at your other college. I almost said it, but we
You
would
said
have
what?
to do that.
Hell,
Yeah.
I didn't go there, so.
Oh, I thought you did.
No.
No.
Say it all you
That's
want. I
your
didn't
job.
go there.
Oh,
he
I thought you
went
did
to
your
Wally
undergrad
High.
there.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he
But
went Wally High.
anyways, like all the Gregorian chant stuff literally sounds the same to me.
Speaking of Gregorian chant, that professor I'm sure referring to is Dr. M. Whenever we would speak about the modes and stuff, he would tell us, Dorian, Phrygian, and all that stuff. And then one day I was like, "What about Locrian?" And he's like, "Well, Locrian doesn't really exist." I'm like, "I think it does."
I think it does.
And then every time it would ever come up, he would go. He would just look at me whenever he would mention it and smirk. That was like a little inside thing that we had going on for years.
I can't think of a.
I enjoyed most of the music class. It was
I really
outside of
did.
music that I really
Me too,
absolutely
yeah.
hated. Now one that I hated outside of the music was human biology.
Oh gosh.
Oh, I thought you were
And-
going to say Ed Tech.
No, I mean, there's a reason why I hated that one, but
Ironically, has to do with the same professor that Alden was just talking about. So
no,
yeah,
No.
no.
marriage.
Marriage.
Well, I mean, yeah, but his wife,
Okay.
and then
His
she
wife.
gave me like
His wife.
she didn't let me make anything up whenever like my uncle passed away, and like I had to deal with all that crap.
Yeah.
Because that was the same season, and then I failed my recital. That was a bad semester for me. And anyways, so human biology I took with Corel, I guess is what we're going to be calling her. I don't know what we're
Corel.
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 Why are we not calling her Carl like we've called her for
Carl.
years?
You haven't gotten that far yet, Viper. You haven't gotten to Corel yet.
Corel.
Corel.
But that
It's
was
French.
the lowest test grade that I actually had because she didn't test on anything she actually taught in class. And I got a 28 on
Oh.
a test.
Holy crap!
And I literally went off on her and walked out of the room. Like I just said my piece, and if you knew me back then, I was not.
That was a
afraid to
lot of
hold back.
peace. That was a lot of peace.
I said my piece, and I literally walked out, and I was like, I don't know if I'm coming back to school. Like that's what I told Pat. I walked straight into her office, and I was like, I don't know if I'm coming back to school or not. So we'll see.
So you saying that reminded me of this memory that I had of my first semester at Wally High. I took 5 classes, I had the first class I had was it was just called Composition 1. It was basically an English writing class. My second class was Music Appreciation. Third class was called Finite Mathematics, and it was basically because my ACT was my lowest score in ACT was math, and it was a 21, so I had to take remedial math. And then it was called like Western Civilization was my fourth one, and then the fifth one, I don't remember what it was. That's the only class I don't remember for my first semester. But anyway, that the Western Civ class, the teacher I had for that, her whole format for that class was, you will take notes, you'll listen to lectures, and there's only 4 grades in the entire class. There's 3 exams, including the final, and a group project that you're going to do at some point. And the problem with that class was your first test was about maybe 4 or 5 weeks in, and your second one wasn't until after the drop period. So if you failed that first test, you were on the line of, can I still make it up or not? And I failed the first test. So I immediately had an F in the class, and I was like, can I even make a high enough grade on the last 2 exams to pass this class at this point? So like, do I drop my first semester? But I hated her format, and the reason I failed the test was because the format was, she would take all of the stuff that you had learned that up to that point and say, here are all the terms that we have learned. You need to be able to define every one of these terms on this list. And here are a couple of essay prompts that I might ask you. And the test was memorize these 50 terms. I'm going to pick 8 at random that you need to define 5 of. And then here's like 5 essay topics. I'm going to give you a choice of 2. I'm not going to say which ones on the test day. And that's what every test was. But the way she said it was, I didn't understand what she was talking about. So she would call it striking them. And when you hear strike, you think get rid of. So she basically said, these are the ones we're striking, are the ones that she quoted were going to be on there or not going to be on there. I took it the opposite way, and I said, okay, these are the ones I absolutely do not need to know. And I ignored every one of those, and every one of those was the one on that test. So I went in there had no knowledge of anything on that test, and I made like a 30 on it. And I remember sitting in my car doing this. I'm like, I'm gonna fail. I can't do this. Conversely, the first math test I took, I also failed it. And this one was kind of funny. Do you remember that scene in Tommy Boy where he's filling out the test and he goes, Herbie Hancock? That's the kind of vibe I had there, because we take the first test, and then, do you remember what a stem and leaf plot is?
Yeah.
She decides to put all the averages of the score on the board, the stem and leaves. So you have the 10 and the 9 and the 8 and then the 7, and then we skip 5 and 4, and then there's a 3 and a 2. I'm like, who's the idiot that made the 32 on the test? And then she passes out the papers, and I go, shit.
I'm the idiot.
I was like, oh God, what do I do? So those 2 classes back to back did not give me a high future of community college, and I was pretty scared. So I ended up finishing that semester with 5 Bs and immediately dropping my GPA to a 3. So I was like, awesome.
Did you have a class outside of music, either college for you, Alden, that you enjoyed a whole lot? Like you absolutely loved going to?
I liked my Spanish class at Wally because, well, I had a good background in Spanish in high school, and then I felt bad because we had to do a pretest, but her whole room was decked out in Spanish, and I'm just able to look around yes, that is the usted is the formal version of you. And I was able to, but I passed turned in my test. She goes, you've done so well. I don't even think you need to take Spanish 1. I think you need to go to advanced Spanish. I'm like, no, I don't. No, I'm good with regular Spanish. Let's not do that. So, but anyway,
roll that dice.
She really liked me as a student. There were some teachers, people in that class that were really disrespectful to her, but I was always really respectful. But she liked me a lot. She would always compliment. She said I had a very good speaking accent, and we had to do a project where we had to drive around the city and like go to stores and restaurants and like order stuff off their menu and do like shopping and stuff. And then we had to do basically had to make a kid's book entirely in Spanish. And I made one, and she liked mine so much that she asked if she could keep it and use it for future classes. And I was like, all right,
Okay.
all right, senora. So that was probably my favorite class in terms of
Mine
like
was probably our speech class. And Doc, I don't know if you was in my class. I think you took it a semester before I did.
Maybe. I was in
I
there
don't
with an
think we was in the same
ex-girlfriend
class.
and another friend.
Okay. Because there was a lot of wrestling, or people that enjoyed wrestling in my class. So obviously that's who I hang out with, right? And literally
Right.
during speech class, we thought it as promo class. And we
Oh my
had so much fun.
Did you cut a promo?
Oh, I cut a promo for every single speech that I had.
Let me tell you something, Sheridan.
Did you put a belt on your shoulder?
You should
I
have.
would have if I had one.
No, actually,
I
thinking
didn't
back on
mind
it,
that.
I kind of liked my speech class too. That teacher was the only person that has like ever called me Bob. He called me Bob, and for the
Bob.
entire class, and I was like, I don't know why you think that's
Bob.
what I go by, but whatever. I'm not going to argue with you. But he was a cool teacher. But
All I really remember from that semester, I took it. Mom died that semester, but then like one of the sorority girls heard and like took pity upon me, and then like had her whole sorority sign. And I was like, a whole sorority of girls notices me. That's all I remember. Because the sorority president or whatever, she was quite an attractive lady.
She loved college just as much as we did.
She sure did.
I don't know.
We'll have to clue Alden in on that.
yeah, I've got the other stuff I want to talk about in the green room afterwards.
I know we'll probably shut her down soon. I don't know how the ads are. But Emily, from beyond the realm of watching now, is putting you both on blast for not coming to the readers gimmicatorium thing today. So she said, why didn't you both not come? So
I was mulching my in-laws.
See, I had a good reason. I don't know what you're talking about.
Viper said he was mulching his in-laws, so he was like taking a dump on their lawn or something. I don't know. The Children's Festival of Reading.
Yeah, see, I don't know anything about that.
Hey, I got paid in smoked ribs, so you know.
Also, I technically just was out of work on Tuesday with strep, so I'm probably not fully recovered yet. Also, I didn't go to bed till 5 a.m. and woke up at 6:45, so
yeah, there's that as well.
I streamed for 6 hours last night.
So. That. Oh, you could have been all jacked up on Mountain Dew and ran around the universe with my daughter and me.
Daughter.
Yeah, we'll do it next year. It actually is pretty neat. There's no monies unless you want to go buy, an $18 corn dog from a vending machine. Shit.
Dude, I went to
where was
food
it?
truck. World's Fair.
Where was it?
And you know what pissed me off? Like the only thing that really kind of just like made me mad was my daughter and I had sat while she was eating the cone of ice, and we sat on this park bench near the bathrooms at World's Fair, and she goes, "Daddy, there's all these little handles on these benches." And I said, "Yeah, Mayor,
it's called hostile architecture.
That mayor, yeah, they put it in place so people won't sleep on the park benches." And she goes, "But they can sit up and sleep." I said, "Yeah, but still,
yeah, but not many people do that."
No, or unless they're like a super, super thin, homeless person. I don't know. I sat in it and it made me sad.
Yeah.
But it also made me comfortable because my butt was tired from walking. And near the very end, I looked at my daughter and said, "Hey, we're going to wrap this up and go soon because I'm pretty tired." And she looks at me and goes, "What are you tired for? You've not done anything." I was like, "The hell?"
Oh, I got a great.
I don't know. Yeah, go.
Just speaking of funny things that kids say this morning. My son, he's 4, and I was playing Theatre Rhythm, the Final Fantasy rhythm game And Xanderkin popped up, and because I was going through all
yeah.
the ones I hadn't finished, and it was like there was like a different version of that one on there, and I was starting to play it. I'm like, hey, buddy, you know the song? And she goes, yeah. And I'm like, I was listening to it. I'm like, man, buddy, I want you to learn how to play piano one day so you can play this for me. And he goes, Daddy, I can play it. And he like walks over to the piano, starts going ding, 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 ding. He goes, oh, no, I can't.
Oh, he's so funny.
Kids are awesome, man. I hang around them way too much in my line of work, I've realized, because I can't.
I mean, you are a teacher.
I think
so.
last week. That's true. Like, I was walking with my daughter after a dance recital rehearsal, and her friend was talking to her on the way back to the cars, and the kids' parents were there, and I was like 3 feet behind because I'm fat and slow. But I was like chiming into the kids' conversations more than I was like talking to the parents, and I'm like, I thought to myself, I'm programmed to talk to anyone from the age of 5 to 12 a lot more comfortably than I am people my own age now. Which I need to thank you both, because this has got me actually socializing with an adult other than my wife.
My wife.
So thank you. It's been
Even
good
though
for
it's
me.
virtual,
Well, who cares? I mean,
it still counts.
yeah, it absolutely. I don't see why it wouldn't count. I mean, the only thing that's really, there's no difference. I mean, I'm not gonna like. I don't know where I'm going with this, but it's been good to do this with you guys. So and I don't know if you've needed it as much as I did, but I've definitely
Well,
needed it.
don't make
No,
it
I've
sound
had a
like you're
blast.
riding off into the sunset. We're only on episode
Oh.
40.
I hereby designate this day as my note of resignation. No,
We haven't
but
even
no,
made it to
yeah,
season 2
just
yet.
It made me think about the fact that I really don't talk to people my age, and my wife had mentioned the other day that it's good that you're on there with the boys.
Yeah, I don't
just
really
patting me
talk
on
to
the
a whole
head.
lot of people outside of this unless they come into my stream.
I don't either, because I don't want to sound callous, but the extent that I talk to people that is not you, my wife, or my coworkers is pretty much sending a Snapchat streak, because most people, all they do is they'll send you an attachment on like Facebook Messenger, or they'll send you a
Yeah.
random picture, and there's no context. It is so vapid. No one actually wants a conversation. It's like, hey, I'm gonna send you a picture, and you'll respond to it, and they'll be like, then they won't even acknowledge the response. Like, oh, you'd actually want to talk. You just wanted to send a picture. So it's like no one actually wants to have a conversation anymore. And I just be honest with you, I don't feel like I have friends at this point, because everyone's got like main character syndrome.
Nah, I felt
Boy, ain't that the truth. Jesus.
all right. So
didn't
we
realize
are
how that
on
was,
our
like-
last ad break, so we only have about 2.5
Ah.
minutes left.
Gotcha. If you got anyone to
Alright.
rate out to, what were you saying, Dr. J?
Yeah, I'll put.
I lost my train of thought already because he stopped me, and I was like,
Well,
Alright.
at least we don't need rails.
anyway,
where we're
y'all
going.
good. Haha.
Uh-huh.
Do you have anything?
See,
to,
we were
promote?
able to pre-name the.
Yeah,
I may get on in a minute, and and stream some of this WCW.
yeah. Renamed the episode, and I didn't even upload it till
Pack.
this morning. Freaking week late on it.
I
Every
kept
day,
looking. I thought, well, maybe Alden's kind of having.
every day I've woken up, I'm like,
I just.
I
thought
need
it
to do
was-
that today, don't I? I was like, eh. And I had already published it and
back to
produced
the
it. I
old
just
grind.
had to upload it. It was the worst part. Okay.
I was at the festival when I saw it pop up today, and I was like, I'm glad it finally went up. So.
All right. Well, hang out in the green room after this, because I want to talk to you guys for more in a second. But we're going to go ahead and raid out here.
Yeah.
To promote, Viper, you are still playing some Rebirth. Are you playing any tonight, or are you going to wait till tomorrow?
I'm going to wait until tomorrow. I'm going to be on my farewell tour, so it's going to be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, possibly Wednesday. That's still up in the air. But it is all going to be a Rebirth.
Perfect. I'll be back tomorrow with 13.2, getting close to the end of that. And then on the 31st, I know you probably can't see it, on Sunday, I'm going to finally build the, you can kind of barely see it in the corner, the Lego Game Boy. We finally hit 200 followers, so we're going to build that
Yay!
on
Time
the
to party.
31st. Hopefully we'll be done with 13.2 by then, and then the next night on June 1st, we'll start on Lightning Returns. So that's what we're all doing. If you're not following us, go follow us. We do stuff.
We do
but
fun
anyway,
stuff.
we're going to raid out now, and I'm going to talk to these guys off stream, but give some love to our raidee. We'll see you next Friday. We will not have Viper next Friday.
Yep.
I was like, who's gone? I can't remember who's gone anymore.
Yep.
All right,
It'll be me gone for the next 2 weeks.
Right. We'll figure it out. But anyway, until then,
when
we will
he's
be back.
gone, I'll be gone. Or him, he's whatever. Anyway, deuces.
All right. See y'all.